Hello everyone. Yeah, I know, we're back with City Skylines again. Hurrah and huzzah and all that. Anyway, so let me tell you about what's going on. As you can see, we are in deep financial doo-doo. So, what we're going to do is just turn that budget down just to standard 100%. The taxes, what we're going to do is we're going to lower them all to 8% to encourage people to come back in to the area. We'll put them at 8% too. And it means that obviously financially we're going to have a bit of a problem for a while, but you know, in the big scheme of things, it's not too bad. So we're at 10,000, which is not good. So, but on the plus side, we do need to get some hospitals. Now, if you look here, you can see here the hospital, cemetery usage. Oh, crikey. We've got plenty of capacity. It's the healthcare that's the problem. So, until we get the negative bank account issue dealt with, we can't really do much under the circumstances, which is obviously, as you can imagine, less than optimal. But, you know, whatever. So, let's see. Now, one thing we are going to do is to deal with the issue of getting fuel to these places. We are going to, once we've got the monetary situation under control, we are going to build one of these here. So it's this thing here. Now, it's going to sort of face there. Now, the advantage of that means that we'll be able to deal with things coming in and out of the power, or the in and out of the area. We'll probably lose a tunnel underneath, but you know, in the big scheme of things, it's not the end of the world. So I'm not really that massively fussed on that. The thing is getting the financial bleeding under control as it stands right now. That's the only annoying thing, is you have to get over the general sound of the thing. Anyway, let's get rid of this because that's clearly no longer needed. So, let's see what's going on. And there's another medical clinic there. So, opposite, obviously, where they pile everyone up after they've snuffed it. So, at the moment, what we're going to do is we're going to put it onto high speed because we can't really do anything. We're not in a position to buy more roads or build more things. As you can see, water coverage is good across the board. Our availability is fine. The problem is going to be health. That's going to be the real kicker. And let's just see. So, yeah. So it's possible we'll have to get rid of the medical clinics and put it in big ass hospitals. And they ain't cheap. Medical helicopter depots, sports hall and gymnasium. What else have we got here? Community pool, yoga garden, university hospital, heavens above. Look at the size of that bastard. Pretty sure we had one of those. I could be wrong. But either way, it's a nice thing to have. I mean, you know. So, essentially, we're trying to stop this bleed of money while we get the bank balance. And you can see now that people are moving back in. Now, obviously, I hope I don't need to buy new land, at least not yet anyway. I hope we can get enough people in until such times as we can deal with the issue relating to health. Because that's the thing that's literally killing us and killing them too. Which is not ideal, as you can imagine. I mean, we are building, the numbers of people are going up. And as the numbers of people is going up, let's take that off Because then that obviously is going to help. And let's turn that off because that's on 5 cents a building. That'll help reduce the amount that is dribbling out of our bank accounts. So hopefully this will then start to go down as the numbers increase. There you go. See, look, 300 and odd people moving into the city on a regular basis. As a result, these buildings are dinging. As you can hear, they're being upgraded all the time. You can see here plenty of residents, and obviously the only issue is going to be the sickness. Down with the sickness. So that's going to be the situation we find ourselves in, and we are going to have to try and deal with that as best we can. See, not happy. Oh, there we go. So they're slowly getting better, but the issue relating to medicine is still not good. So I'm thinking, you know, hospital there, and maybe, you know, another hospital over here. So they're treating people. Ambulances in use. As I pause to cough, seems like all this illness is affecting me as well, which could be a tad unfortunate, as, you know, I'm supposed to be maintaining and looking after the city, and let's face it, I'm not doing a great job right now. So that number's now down to 7, so that's going to hopefully improve things as the numbers continue to increase with respect to population of city. As they come in, so the amount of money that we can tax will increase, and that number will then eventually take a nosedive into the positive, and we can then hopefully start to make some kind of difference. Now here you can see, let's have a look at the traffic settings. Let's have a goosey, shall we? So, yes, I know, go away. These guys shouldn't be on stop. And these guys should just stop there. And yeah, we'll just leave that off for the time being. Turn that off. Put that on stop. I mean, they're not going to really go anywhere there. Oh, hello. Look at that. Our metro system is working well. That makes me happy. As you can see. Proceeding back and forth. There we go. See? Metro taking the people away into the city. And we just need to connect sort of one round there, like that. So that'll be another one to deal with. Now, money is still not good. Right, so, yeah, we could take a loan, but it'll just exacerbate the problem. Let's have a look. Let's just put that like that so that they can come out during the day. So, oops, that's at 8%. Let's move them all up to 9. Now that we've got more people in here. And to keep to add to the meme, basically, now that I've just increases the taxes by 1%, it starts pouring with rain and is miserable as sin. Oh, the irony. So yeah, go figure. But the point is, look at that. Positive. Now, it's just going to take a little while for that negative 864,000 to disappear. And then we'll be in a position to start purchasing more stuff. Now, it's possible that that might not actually occur until... See, why have we got an impatience? And, yeah. There's a lot of ambulances there. A lot of said ambulances. I'm wondering if that needs to have a... Oh no, they're using the taxi or the bus lanes, which is good. That noise is too much. So... as you can see now, we're only making 1,320 or 1,360, so it's going up. And the numbers coming back into the city is improving. So I'm pleased about that. I don't want to buy new land, go away. Now, obviously, another thing we're going to be looking to do is to essentially purchase more land. But until that occurs... what? Oh, really? Okay. Oh, dear. We're going to want to basically build these things. Now, these are the combination sort of garbage... what is the word for them? Advanced garbage conversion. So it helps convert the garbage into electricity. But the trouble is the cost of the buggers. Where's really? What are we talking about? They're connected. Muppetry. So like £165,000 or credits. 125,000. So basically they'll go there, and then what they'll do is they'll replace all this lot. So now, there we go. We got £3,000, and it's going to start coming back in a final time. But we're still running on high speed to facilitate it. How's our design looking in the centre? I'm really, really pleased with that area around the Stonehenge. It's only a shame you can't sort of designate it as a park area for people to go and enjoy themselves, but you know, whatever. You know, there's still plenty of buildings that people can build in. People are still sick, sadly. See, 4 adults, not well. Look at that. Deceased stored. Oh, crikey. That's going to be an issue soon. So we have to need a crematorium or something in there. And where is it? There we go. Let's stick a crematorium in there to basically just barbecue the poor deceased people. Might have to put them sort of there and there. But until we get rid of this, which is going to take a little while, there's not really much we can do. It's just a case of waiting and letting the city just get on with it, really. This is why I want to build this sort of, you know, new entrance here to get rid of this problem here. Or at least to reduce it. Build more industry zones. Thank you. Now, let's have a look, because it says build more industry zones. So, what we're going to do is, do we have water coverage? We do have water coverage. So, let's build that there. Whoops, a daisy. Now, one thing I didn't realise that somebody was very kind enough to tell me in the comments is you can right-click to dezone something, which is extremely helpful. And when I say extremely, I mean extremely helpful. So, they should all be okay. And These guys are just lacking a little bit in power, but it's fine. But it also means that we're going to have more sort of availability. Oh, Angry Clans mobile games. How lovely. Trident Accounting, Top Banking, Financial News, the Happy Face Travel Agency, Fine Financial Services, Albatross, who's in here. Albatross as well. Wow, they got multiple buildings. Live and Learn Training. So there's multiple offices there, which can only be a good thing. And of course, more industry being built here, which can only be a polluting bad thing. But at the moment, I want to get to a situation where the financials are less dire, and then once I'm there, I will be able to essentially probably rip out most of the industry and make it into offices. But we'll have to wait and see. We'll do it on like a section by section conversion basis rather than a massive thing. So how are we doing here? Yeah, that's going to be a problem. And this is going to go down slowly but surely. There we go, see? So the idea essentially is to try... Can we sneak in? No, 9%'s enough. I don't want to take it. I don't want to throw everyone out by overtaxing them. 54, 67, 64. Yeah. And power. Lovely. Just when I can do absolutely zero about it. Sorry, fellas. And that's why. Damn it. So they have no restrictions. I know, shut up. No restrictions on here, so they should be able to come straight through here and then deliver oil straight away to the likes of these fellows. And as you can see, that's exactly what they're doing. Let's have a look at the power. See, borderline. But once these guys get delivered to, we'll be in a stronger position power-wise. I mean, in an ideal situation, I mean, that'll be nice, but we'll see. Geothermal, solar, updraft panel. Absolutely no clue what that is. Ocean thermal energy conversion plants. Well, how utterly sexy. Actually, underwater cables. The Dole nuclear. A Dole nuclear big, okay. That's probably workshop bits and bobs. Dole nuclear pump. Oh, right, so it's like a... Oh my goodness, look at the size of that tower. It's friggin' huge. It's a little bit on the sizable side. So, as you can see, the number is going down, but the sickness is still bad. Now, you can see here, and the power tends to vary. See? Now, at least they've got oil store for 6 weeks. So hopefully that should take care of that power issue, which it has. And then, I'm thinking maybe a hospital over here. And then a hospital down here. Maybe that university hospital, possibly. down here, wasn't it? Yeah, like that. See, that can go there. That would be a nice thing to have. We're still waiting to put the bus station in there. Still haven't managed to do that yet. So, there we go. I do love that bit in the centre. The trouble is the design of the city is all right. It's very sort of goes on the American design, sort of blocks and squares and all the rest of it. There's no kind of, it's not very aesthetically pleasing, I think is the term that I would choose to use under the circumstances. But, you know, when money is an issue, then you're kind of constrained. You want to get people in. I mean, you know, maybe it's something I can do on a live stream. Basically, a design process for with no, when money is no object, where I can make it look as nice and pretty as I want. But look at all these. And we're back with the power again. Let me guess. Yep, there we go. See what I mean? And we've had a death at the power plant, so hopefully he's not being converted into oil and being shipped in and all the rest of it. So by taking out this section here and making it sort of roundabouty with the forestry truck, thank you, then that will be a situation where it will be significantly improved with one of these. Because then they'll have proper routes in and out. You can see the underground tunnels taking you to certain areas, and the underground going through. I mean, there's so many of these sort of things that I've got here. I mean, look at this thing. It's freaking huge. There's these things like this, which is a nice little, simple little sort of elevated doodah. There's another elevated doodah because we like elevated doodahs. Let's see. Oh my goodness. And this is where you can have like sort of raised highways. What's that one? And this one. So that's predominantly for like this one is also for the, what's the word I'm looking for? The trade. Basically, so you can put trains in and all sorts of stuff like that. And that's really nice. I like that one. So, oh my goodness, it looks like a flipping flying saucer, doesn't it? And that one's quite a nice little one, actually. Sort of picking people up, taking them onto a raised platform, and then scooting them away. Now that's a nice one to get in and out of the highway area. And that was another biggie. There's a small one. And obviously a lot smaller in that regard. And a standard doodah there. And that's as far as they go. So I mean, really, we want to be in a situation... Now, look, we're down to 638,000 already. We want to get to a situation where we can install this fella. Which I have to say is a modicum of good design. You've got tunnels that go underneath. And then, obviously, that then access the main sort of roundabout. You can upgrade those roundabouts into bigger roads. So there's lots of things in there that can be advantageous for us. Oh, power problems. Ever power problems. Because of you. So I'm thinking that when we do build it, we'd sort of have to build it here. Because obviously we don't want it to get in the way. So I'm thinking about sort of here. We don't want it to get in the way of the existing power. And we don't want it to sort of maybe intercept the tunnel. See, we're going to lose that tunnel in the center anyway. I mean, we've still got a one further up here. So it's not all bad under the circumstances. But that being said, it would still be preferable to sort of having a situation where we can get the traffic in. Go away. Get the traffic in as quickly as possible into this area. Now, whether or not that means sort of buying this area and then having an entrance that to just the industry, rather than, because at the moment, the problem we have is that everything for the industry is going in through the same entrance that the civilians and all the residents go through. Now, it could be very possible once we put that in, that it will still be queued up. And then we might have to look at building an entrance up here, maybe. Similar, sort of like that. But with a connection on and a connection off. And then essentially have the industry being served, maybe by this road actually, might be, that one might be better. So everything comes in. Oh dear, they're not going to get any water, sorry fellas. Everything comes in that way into the industry. And then maybe, see, we're limited to where we can go there, aren't we? We could still potentially have a going in there if we were to, whoops, we're nearly there. If we were to buy like these areas here, we've still got the possibility of additional, oh heavens, additional sort of room to get people into the city. I mean, you know as well as I do, if you go into a city that's only got a single entrance into it, it's a bloody nightmare. Now, one thing I'm not going to do like we do in my hometown is have a one-way system that basically all it does is just get on your tits, which is pretty much what our one-way system does. So, let's see. 556,000. So, we are slowly, I mean, that's gone down a little bit. It was at 10, I think, at some point. It's going a little bit up as the numbers increase. You can see here, 2,000 people moving into the town. And, of course, once we hit 20k, we're going to get a massive injection of cash. And that will be the opportunity for us to improve situations. Now, oh, look at that, harbours. Eco water treatment, I want that. That looks really nice. And let's see what else we got. Colossal city. Cargo hubs. See, that's going to be helpful, a cargo hub. But the good thing is that, I mean, this has probably not exactly been the most exciting or, oh, for God's sake, riveting situation when it comes to the actual episode, because I haven't really done anything or built anything. All I've done basically is just change a few taxes and try and encourage people to come into the city, and we slowly watch the power winking off in the city because of delivery issues relating to these two power plants. Now, the thing is I did put them on big roads, so they should be able to present to it, but the problem is they come in here and they go out there. You see, ore truck, forestry truck, oil truck. And so, yeah, I mean, this guy's going importing processes to Bruce Enterprises, so it's not even going to be delivering to us or these guys down here. So, you know, it's not really a lot I can do, go away tractor, to tell the guys to prioritise the oil deliveries. That would be a nice thing to be able to do. To say, okay, prioritise oil deliveries to this location. And you can see there, they've got enough for 4 weeks, so it's only ever 4 weeks delivery. It would be nice if you could upgrade it so it could store more oil, because we just keep sort of diving in and out of the power issues. What, this facility is full. And there we have it. No more room in there, and these guys are going to run out of room soon as well. So we're going to have no one to bury anyone, or nowhere to bury anybody. And we're going to have to build some bits and pieces very quickly. See? See, and we can't really put it to another facility because we don't have any other facilities in that regard. And that, as they say, is the problemo. I mean, they're only 8 grand, so we could probably end up sort of building some down here later on, just to have somewhere to dump the bods, along with all the other rubbish, so to speak. But this has happened because we haven't got a crematorium. And we can't really do much without the money that we would need to build it. So, you know, we got a number of problems in the city, which hopefully we can sort out. Not enough workers, really. Always wonder how to fix the not enough workers issue. Is it because there's not enough people in the town? But, you know, it could be a case of what we need to do is dezone all this like so and turn it into high rise. It might be my only option, because then at least the amount of people that we can get into the area will be significantly increased. And as you can see, fuel problems again on the oil. So, let's see what in there is there. And there we go, now you can see the high rises being built. So maybe you can see now that population's just gone under now, and that value is still relatively low. But I think that's going to do it for this week's episode. I hope you boys and girls have enjoyed watching nothing happen, and we'll see you again for more. Take care everyone, cheers, bye.